Good. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling super.
He's feeling super great. Welcome to EA Podcast. Here we are just going random and we're gonna be talking and it's a nice discussion. And
Yeah.
if you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe. If you like our content, of course, and if you relate with what we are gonna talk about and what we talk about in this podcast, make sure that you they do what?
Comment, like, and subscribe.
Comment, like, and subscribe. So where do you start today?
Yo.
What are the issues? What are the issues of life?
I think we should start with the month that we're into now. You know, I remember last week we spoke about March. Like, there's just I don't know if it's just me, man, but like I feel like there's something different from January and February. There's just something giving differently with March. You know, I have personally,
Is that why you are speaking low? You're speaking low because something is different. Now you're in a tranquil state.
You see this guy? He was ready to talk before I finished talking. But honestly, man, I feel like I've achieved a lot more in this month alone than February and January combined.
February.
Absolutely.
So it was drought in the first 2 months.
The first 2 months were very hard. I think I was still like asking myself, like, okay, this is 2025. What's going on? What's new? You know? What do I need to implement? You know, so on and so forth.
But we are speaking a very serious factor there because a lot of people, in the beginning of the year, like we are about to start, we are about to, it's a new resolution, and then we're gonna do something, and then all of a sudden, boom, let's come to reality. Nothing. You just said, okay, I wanna jog, I wanna do this, I wanna lift up, I wanna go to the gym, and break it in 15 days. When January, you look at the fridge, nothing is there.
Nothing is there. You have to food, and it's very sad, you know. I think that's where, like, as men, we need to go back to having like a drawing board. You know, I think at some point I think I need to get a drawing board in my house, man. Like, what do you think? Like having a drawing board where you wake up and you just stand and you just look at your milestones, like what you've achieved and what you plan to achieve. Maybe daily, you set your daily tasks, your weekly and your monthly tasks,
that's a good idea. But the issue is, how are you gonna step to it? Are you gonna be able to do that? Because it's another thing to write ideas down,
of course,
but it's another thing to actually bind yourself to them. To say that, okay, day one. They say that everybody is always motivated until it's 4 a.m. in the morning.
That's very powerful. I think it starts with what time do you wake up? What's your morning routine, man? Because there are people who wake up at 10. By 10 o'clock, the day is already started long time.
Gone already.
6 o'clock was already 5 o'clock. So I think it all starts where you have to define your sleeping pattern to say, okay, you know what? I'm gonna join the 5 a.m. club. I'm gonna start something. I'm gonna wake up, wash my face, pre-plan my day basically, and see what my day looks like.
Yeah, no, I get you.
You know what I'm saying? So I think as men, we learned a lot from, like, you know how women are always carrying their pants, right?
Yeah.
You know that women are always carrying their pants with the dad.
He's starting now.
This guy.
We're not going to talk about women.
No.
We don't want problems, do we? I don't think we want problems here, but bring it on. You know what I'm saying?
So I've seen this pattern of women always wanting to buy diaries, writing things down. I hardly hear men talking about that stuff. Like writing things down, like writing your thoughts down. Like, this is what I know you're a man. You don't maybe you don't journal your things down, but you have them kept,
I don't think that's a very interesting scenario you brought in there, because with women, I think when women record things on a journal, it's out of what happened.
Is it?
Whereas with men, if they have to write something down, it has to be goal orientated. To say, okay, fine, this is what I want. This is the plan. 1, 2, 3, 4. Logical arithmetic of some sort to say, okay, I'm going to write up from 1 to 10. And this is what I'm going to do. Step number 1, step number 2, step number 3, step number 4. Women can do that, but mostly, I think I can stand to be corrected. But I think mostly women, it's kind of like a reactional journal of some sort to say that this guy was wearing a white vest and a black jacket, and he greeted me. He was smiling. He was you understand? And this other guy messed my day and all those kind of things. And this other. So I think the journal of women, it's
based on the
it's a reaction of some
what do you think? What happened?
Yes,
not what is to happen.
Yes.
Oh yeah, yeah, man. I was seeing this one girl. I'll not disclose.
Speak louder.
I knew this girl, right? I was dating this girl, and she used to tell me about her journal a lot, and she was like, "Yo, man, maybe one day I'm gonna let you read my journal. You know, I love to journal.
I can't hear you, man.
I love to journal things down. Basically, that's what she said.
All right.
So it goes back to what you're saying, that like women love to write about stuff that happened, not like stuff that they want to
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
They are more drawn to writing stuff, their experiences.
Yes.
I really don't get the logic behind that, but mainly maybe I'm wrong, but that's what I've just noticed. So this girl was like, "No, man, I have been writing this journal for many years. You know, maybe one day I'm gonna let you read it." So this journal was more about her life and experiences. And
guys, I think this guy, we need to get real microphones. You know, it's time because he's speaking very low. I know he's speaking very low, and I believe you guys are having a hard time hearing him.
Yeah.
But continue with the game. I'm saying for the last time, speak louder.
I'm trying. Okay, all right. I'll try to be loud, but
the girl, yeah, you talk about the girl. Bring the girl.
Yeah, no. So I don't know if I'm ever going to read the journal one day, maybe. But
you still have the journal?
No, she hasn't let me read the journal. She was in my past. I don't know if maybe by chance I'll still get a chance to read the journal.
Or you want to revisit
the journal? No, the journal. No, I want to read the journal purposely, not.
I thought you want to go back to Babylon.
No. I was more keen to see what the journal will be about.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's bad, but you know the Bible says, and Isaac dug back the wells of his father. I don't know whether it was Isaac.
That's a very fascinating. That's a very fascinating.
You know, going back and fast track. And
yeah. I'm not motivating the fact that it's good to go back to.
What was her name?
No, I can't disclose that. But she was very beautiful lady.
Sure.
Very good. But yeah, man, that's that, man. There's just something different about March specifically, and we're still, still mid-month. I think there's still a lot that actually can happen still.
With March, eh?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, no, man, I can attest to what you're saying because, January, February, this month, they were a little bit heavy, I don't know whether it's God testing our strength and to see if you knew what you were talking about, It's like 2025, it's a new year. I'm going to start a new resolution, a new vision, and then let's start. Number one, let's kickstart. Let's you see, and but very fascinating. Okay, since we are talking about March now, what do you say about the idea of people that fast in January? Because January people are hungry and all those things, and people they've blew their money and all those things, so they find a quick way, to manage their hunger, the hunger season. Or what do you think? Do you think we should actually fast when we are in abundance, or we should fast when the situation permits?
You should hear from God. You should hear us.
You should hear from God. Yeah. That's what you're saying. Okay.
That's why the Bible always takes us back to say, you know what, walk ye in the Spirit. Because if you're not in the Spirit, you can do something that in the books of heaven, it's not recorded down. You're just doing something. You're just wasting. Not you wasting
hunger time. Control. You're just controlling hunger, and getting thin. Okay.
Because if we speak on spiritual terms, there are times when God will say, I want you to fast, or I want you to pray, or I want you to do, something else. So you don't have to do something based on maybe, okay, I don't have food, let me just fast today.
So God will be hitting the bullseye when he tells you to fast on January. Then he's going to be like, okay, let's go.
No, it wouldn't. Yeah.
Yeah? It's going to be like a bullseye, come perfect timing. God is giving me a perfect timing to just summarize them.
I think the time when you need to fast is when your pockets are heavy. When you have money in your pockets.
Yes.
Or you have like food in your fridge. And
sure.
Man, I left there's that special drink that I bought,
but I'm leaving it
because I'm fasting, and you can't wait. Like you're like, oh my god, I'm craving for it. I feel like that's what the fast is. It should feel like.
I think absolutely, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree. Fasting is all. It has to be about sacrifice, because somebody can say that I am fasting from listening to certain type of music.
Yeah.
I'm fasting from eating certain types of foods.
Yeah.
Just like Daniel,
Yeah.
I'm fasting from people, and then you just zone out, and you spend a week of some sort away from people and all that kind of thing. It boils down to sacrifice. I think it's not the fact that you are just leaving food. It's the fact that you are willing to leave their food because of God, or because you want to engage with the celestial. Or to have a spiritual encounter.
Yeah.
Which boils me down to the issue of sacrifice. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, you see. So
yeah, because like, it's more like you restraining yourself from your normal pattern.
Yes.
You know when you're used to doing something a lot, and you just wake up like, okay, let's say for instance you were with this girl, you're always talking, you're always texting in the morning, and
the girl,
and and one day you wake up, boom, you realize that, oh man, I'm not even talking to that girl anymore.
Or you just break the cycle. Okay.
You know how that get? You know how that? You know we man, right? So we just talking in our own shell here.
Yes.
It's very hard because you're used to that pattern where you're used to like getting messages in the morning, you're used to communicating. So fasting is more of the same thing.
Okay.
You stopping something. It's stopping something that it's like breaking a routine.
Yes.
It's like someone who's addicted with drugs, and
food is addictive, eh?
Yeah,
food. If you think you are not addicted to food, spend a day without taking anything in the morning. I'm for real, man. Food is very addictive.
No, food is No, I know exactly what you're saying. I once go into a Daniel fasting.
Yes.
And I was only eating vegetables and water.
Sure.
And my family brought this pizza, KFC.
And they love to do that, eh?
Bro.
Especially when you are...
Bro. I literally felt my flesh, my body moving itself to touch the pizza.
Like, on the pizza.
My mind was saying no, but my body was... It just shows how addictive that thing is. Or whatever that I don't know, like food has become...
Can we actually trust ourselves? I mean, when you say what you're saying right there, something just popped up to me,
Yeah.
I think as human beings, before we even talk about the external forces like the devil tempting people and so forth and so on, I think the greatest thing is like this other day you said that the devil is already done. He has put system in place. It's you against you.
It's you against you.
You see, and when you're talking about a conflict of some sort, when someone is thinking like, I don't want to do that, but everything in your anatomy is telling you, go there.
That thing will taste.
That thing tastes.
Oh my god!
And I think that's why a lot of women a lot of men, are being defeated on it.
Trapped,
because the mind will say, Sam, don't do it. Sam, don't go there.
Yeah.
But you find that your anatomy is telling you something different.
Oh god!
What's your take on that?
That's very. Let me just give one of this a simple illustration or an example, right? You ever caught yourself walking with your wife, right?
Sure.
And then this nice girl just passes by.
I'm not gonna comment.
And there's I'm speaking reality. I'm speaking facts here. I'm speaking like this is just reality.
Go back to the wife case, yeah. Okay, I'm walking with my wife.
You're walking with your wife.
Sure.
And this girl is passing by, and you just found yourself.
That has never happened to me.
You just not like
I'm not guilty. On that one, I'm not guilty.
Not looking at her, not like looking at her, looking like wow, she's beautiful.
No, but if maybe she's coming from turning backward.
Not turning. You don't have to really turn back.
Okay.
But there's just something of like looking without. You're like, wow, why am I even looking there?
No, but I can justify myself on that too, because as men, we are visual creatures. Sometimes, you
understand. You don't need to like a girl to look. I think it's just what can you call it? I don't know, man. It's like a man, something that is planted in a man or something.
No, men are visual creatures. That's the honest truth. Men are appeased by what they see.
Please,
if they see something nice, they're like kind of like a visual guys. You understand? Whereas with women, can I go deep now? I'm about to go deep now. Can I cook? But with women, women, they are hearers, so women are fed more by words or by attention. What they hear, it's actually what is. Have you ever seen a guy that this guy is not like pretty nice? It's not like but he has this wonderful, beautiful girl, and you ask yourself like, what's going on with this guy? That guy is a lyric. He knows how to talk, and women feed on that. You see, women feed on what they can hear. Men feed on what they can see. I don't know if I'm making sense or that. So why? Because as men, we are visual creatures. We are more convinced by what we see. You understand? You can't tell me that when you met your girlfriend or your wife now, you just first the spirit. You saw the spirit first. You saw the flesh. You saw something, and you liked it. Very fascinating part is that. Have you ever sit down and think, why will they actually, who wrote the Bible? Who says that Sarah was fair to look upon? Sarah was beautiful to look. The guy was recording that. How did he get to that? That means that he saw it.
Yeah.
Or he had. We never know.
No, I think, can I take some snacks?
No, you can't.
I think like, it's getting interesting. So I wanted to get some snacks, for this one. But, the Bible it's not as spiritual as people make it to be.
All right, fascinating.
The Bible is just a journal of past experiences where God just said, okay, these are past lives of somebody else. Like you and me,
Okay.
There were things that were left out and some were picked on, but it doesn't change the fact that though they were both human beings, so the experiences were the same, me and you. So if the Bible says a woman was beautiful, even if the Bible didn't say the woman was beautiful, we would know that there was a beautiful woman in the Bible.
Yes.
So we don't necessarily need the Bible for us to tell us that they were beautiful women. And my goodness, in the olden days, man, the way they portray women in the olden days, you can tell like they were really beautiful women.
So what topic now? My brother, I think he wants to go back to the Bible days. This one. He wants to enter. My brother, the Bible days. But no, man, you're right, man. I think,
no, man.
When you read there, you like, man, it's something else. You find that,
that is God telling you that, hey, man, God, like, that is God telling you that, yo, this guy had a beautiful woman. God. Like this guy had a beauty. Imagine that.
It's interesting, man.
It's very, very interesting.
Because every time you see, we're talking about the month of March, but we have moved. It's spontaneous kind of thing. It's fine.
Yeah.
But when you look at all these guys like Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, all these guys, they had beautiful women. Yeah.
Yeah, and they were men of God. It's very you really opening another scroll there, because please, man, don't never be so spiritual that you close your eyes and you say, I'm not looking for a beautiful woman. I'm looking for a woman who can preach the gospel.
I'm looking for the heart. I'm looking for the heart. My brother.
My brother.
Looking for the heart. We will find you in another place looking for something. Eh? You leave your heart there at home. And you go outside looking for something that you miss.
Date a beautiful woman to a point where you're sitting in your office and your boss finds you sitting in that chair thinking, and you're like, what? And you're just thinking about, my God, I can't wait to get home to see my wife, man. But imagine if you married someone based on the heart, or their calling or whatever.
Sure.
Because women are good with words. Women nowadays can even come to propose a man. Things are bad. They can melt your heart.
Things are bad these days. They're not abroad, and they will use they will use Ruth's strategy.
They will use, bro. She's gonna pull up with her car, and she. I once knew this girl, right?
Hey, you know a lot of girls. Hey, I'm interested. You see what
this is my car. I'm a man of God now. I'm a man of God. I'm saved now, right? I used to know this one girl from.
These are good stories.
I used to know this one girl.
Okay.
From You know the
somewhere.
story.
Okay.
You know, somewhere.
Okay.
She had a car. She had a house. She had everything planned out, man. Like, these are women that if like I was so quick whenever she wants something, I was so quick to go and get it.
But by the time you were not born again,
I was not born again.
Okay, sure.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm just trying to show you the power that they have. When a woman has everything that you're looking for, she has a car, she can change your life in a single day. She can take you out for shopping.
All right.
Like, yo, man, this place is nice. I can get used to this. And at that time, she's not that beautiful. But she has that this stronghold already in you, and in your mind, you're like, where am I gonna go from here? And then you just find yourself marrying this woman because she came up with the idea of marriage, and you're like, it's not a bad idea. But long term, you realize that the looks now is starting to fade. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to find a reason to stay.
Or you go to your default settings.
You go back to your default settings now. You go back, you're married and everything is fun, and you're like, yeah, no, I can see the money, I can see everything, but I'm married to this person, and now I'm not sure if I'm really like, if I made the right choice.
I'm with you.
But where else, you have this one girl, she doesn't have much, she has a family, family takes care of her, but she's beautiful.
But she's fair to look upon.
She's fair, my brother. You just pick your phone up, you're like, I haven't talked to my girl, man. Like, what is she doing wherever she is? So you see, these are two different scenarios where one has money, but you hardly pick a call to check up on her because you're like.
But okay, fine. No, I hear that. But that brings us to the 80-20 rule.
80-20 rule,
yeah.
Right?
Because when you get married now, I believe that even if you are not mainly looking at I hear you. Yeah. When you're saying that this woman is sorted, she has everything, and she's, she knows how to take care of herself and stuff like that. Of course, when you go there, unless if you're a gold digger.
We do have gold diggers.
Yes, unless if you're good. But there were some values then that you looked up to there when you said that, okay, this girl, I can have this woman and I can marry her. Yeah. You understand? But now, there's a little bit of an imbalance of some sort. When someone is married, you stay with the person for some time and long enough, and then you are seeing something outside, and you are going there and there, and you are seeing these beautiful girls, or you are seeing this young man if you're a lady. Yeah, it boils down to the 80-20 rule. Okay, the 80-20 rule says that you are leaving your 80 at home, going for the 20 that is missing. From home, and you realize it if you lose if you go for the 20, you realize it when you have the 20 that you lost the 80. It's the 80-20 rule. Like, okay, you are in a relationship with someone, and this is what a lot of girls do. Yeah, you'll find that they have a stable guy, a guy who knows what he's doing, and that guy passionately loves them. All right. Yeah. And they met this guy, or the guy is money, the other guy is moneyed and he has things and stuff like that. Yes. And you'll find that she's leaving the 80% that she has from that guy who married her, who's staying with her, or who is a committed boyfriend. Probably. Yeah. And she's going because of the 20 that the other guy is bringing as an excitement. And then she leaves the guy who had the 80 for the guy who had the 20. And then she realized that when she have the guy with the 20, she realized that she lost lost the whole 80. And that's when now she's gonna say, I'm an independent woman. Oh my God. I don't care. Men are trash. Whereas at some point
she's broken now.
Why? Who should be blamed?
Wrong decisions.
Wrong decisions have consequences, sure.
That's the problem. I think women should start to acknowledge their faults. Stop wrapping them on our shoulders. If you know you're broken, stop blaming a guy and say that just doesn't know how to love me. Bro. He just doesn't know how to provide. Well, no, you're broken. You can't be satisfied. You need to heal.
Women don't want to take accountability, man. I don't know, man, but I think it's their nature, man. It's hard. If you find a woman who can take accountability, thank God. I'm telling you, a woman, you can catch a woman doing something now, and you tell her, she will explain why she was doing it. She's not going to say, oh, baby, I was at fault, I'm wrong. And it's because of you. Go and test this and make it an experiment, right? Every time, look, if something happened and a woman is found cheating, or she's doing something, most of the time she will say, if you watch Uyajola 99, or it is cheaters, programs like that, cheaters, and all that, you'll find that most women, they will blame a man. It's because you're not giving me attention. It's because you're not giving me money. That's why I did 1, 2, 3. They never take accountability of saying that, you know what? If I catch you, then I will know. You'll just say, you know what? I messed up. I agree.
No, I was wrong.
That was my blunder, you know?
That was my blunder.
But why is that so, man? Why is that like women don't want to take accountability?
Very interesting question.
Sure.
Very interesting.
And whereas men, sometimes they can, you know?
I think the modern woman has not been, they were not taught, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right? You look at women growing up nowadays, they're raising themselves up. You see a kid.
That's a key factor.
You see a kid, a 10-year-old kid, she already has TikTok. She's already teaching herself, looking how life is about. She doesn't go back. She doesn't sit down with her mom because her mom is boring or her mom is at work. So basically, that foundation or the roots now is just based on what is the social experiment, what is the social saying. So she comes up to this grown up woman who she never read a book about relationships. She's never really gotten good advices. She only got those from when she was at school, primary level, and all that thing. Now she's brainwashed about relationship. Now she's like, okay, what do I like? How do I feel? Now she's trying to understand her own self. She doesn't even know who she is. So now she's this person who's like affectionate about everything. And she finds this guy and she just wants more and more. She's just all over the place.
And she has a wrong interpretation.
She has a wrong interpretation of how relationship. Because now she wants a guy who's the Bugatti and
who's entertained.
She wants a Bugatti. She wants to live in a nice house. And she finds this one guy who's trying and she's like, I mean, you're not doing enough, man. You know? And she just puts him in a corner and then she goes to find someone else and then she puts that one else in a corner.
That's a very interesting finish. I'm interested.
Yeah, so it becomes who she is and what she does.
No wonder many girls, they can't stay for a man with a vision or a man who is planning. And I know some women will say that sometimes you can stick around and you find that when the man becomes successful, he run away, he goes to the slave pits and all those things. But in the same factor, you'll find that there's a man with good intention. And that man says that, you know what, I have a vision, I want to build something, and I wanna make it. I wanna make it with you. And you find the women, they can't be patient, especially if there's a sugar daddy somewhere and it's coming and then I'll just flaunt the money and she thinks like she's living the dream. And you find it out that later on that man becomes successful and that woman wants to come back now. It's kind of like they say, there's this statement that once went viral. It says that if you leave a man with a vision because of the man with the television, you will soon watch the man with the vision in your husband's television. Television.
Painfully.
Why? Because it's hard for most of women nowadays, in our modern time, to stick around with a man who has a plan, who has a vision. Women, they want something tangible. They don't care about vision and where we are going. But But okay, in the same time, I'm saying it's modern woman. There's a song. It's called what? Khao. It's called Khao or something like that. That guy went. The guy is speaking that you say, you left me because I was struggling, but I had a talent and I was singing. You go and look at that. It's called System What. I forgot the song.
Yeah.
But the guy says that you just left me because I was struggling, and then because I had a little bit of some gift and talent, I sing, and when you realize that I'm famous, now you want to come back, you're asking for the love back, and it's crazy, man.
That's not how it works, because that's why they say that, when you're dealing with a woman, get yourself, okay, I'm sorry to say this,
I'm interested.
I don't want people to get this the wrong way, but when you're dealing with a woman, get someone that loves you. What that does is that it gives you the ability to control the relationship, to have more string
leverage.
Relationship. Yeah.
Okay.
So she's more scared to losing what she has because she loves you.
How do I know she loves me?
Man, I don't know how to answer that, but you see, you'll know. When you
women, my brother, eh? Fascinating thing, right? We're not bashing women, we're just talking, right? That's what we are observing. We can say to be corrected. If you have a different opinion, comment there down on there, and then we can do when we do this another podcast, we'll bring this issue back. We're gonna take the comments. That's the best thing. We're gonna take some comments and we'll tackle some issues.
Yeah, because I don't think we were really able to answer everything. Something stands to be questioned,
You see, fascinating story. The reason why I'm saying fascinating story is that how do you know a woman loves you? You see, there's a story there in the book of Genesis, right? Where Eve and Adam, they were in the same place. You know
In
the
the same
story.
place, yeah.
But do you realize who ate the fruit first between Adam and Eve?
Eve.
It was Eve.
Yeah.
Eve ate the fruit, and Eve knew that she was naked, but she never told Adam. I want you to see something right there. So Eve is naked, and she's going to Adam and say, "Hey, my husband, taste." But yet herself, she knows that I'm naked right here. But she never told the guy. Until the guy took it and said,
Now
things are bad.
now
Going back to the question to say, how do I know she loves me? You know, I mean, you can maneuver on it, and we exchange thoughts here.
Yeah, I think a woman that loves you is a woman that stands to see the better version of you. She
That's powerful, man.
she compromises. She's selfless to see you improve every day. You know, she's someone you can go to and cry to and say, "Baby, this is not working. What do you think?" And then she can sit down with you and give you an advice to say, "This is how I think things should go. It's gonna be okay. You know, we're gonna work things out together."
Sure.
That's logical enough for you to understand that this woman is with me.
So that statement is true to say, if you find a good woman, it's like you married your own mother.
Oh man,
is that so?
Yeah, you can put it that way, because man, women, they say that they'll always provide a time. A woman will always give a time for the man that she loves, and if you're that man, you're gonna see it. She's gonna be there, and even if things are not working out or you're the problem, she's gonna try to work.
She'll find the good in you, eh?
She will find the good in you. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah,
that's powerful, man. That's I'm processing what you're saying. It's very powerful.
Yeah.
So actually, it's the true definition of love, because love is selfless.
Selfless.
But a bad woman always wants to be like a horse leash. You know, it's like a leash.
Yeah.
You know, there is that thing called Guba in Venda. You know, there's
the Guba.
The Guba. It always wants to suck blood. You know, it always wants give.
Yeah.
You see, and I think women with no love, they always want things for themselves.
Yeah.
Whereas a woman who has love, she wants the best.
Wants to give.
Yeah, she wants to give.
Yeah.
So actually, it boils down to the definition of lust and love.
Yeah.
Because lust seeks to be satisfied. Love seeks to satisfy. Love looks at what can I do? What can I give?
Yeah.
How can I make a difference?
Yeah.
Whereas lust will say, I want it for myself. How can I get it? And that's where greed is born too.
Yeah. A lot of things.
You see, but that's a powerful take there when you say that a woman who is always want the best out of you is actually the one who loves you, and which is very rare to find these days.
No, it's very rare.
There should be a location, man, where we can pick for young men who are watching us, you know, to pick, you know.
We'll take them to the Adulam Cave. We have a place for you guys.
It's called Adulam.
It's called the Adulam Cave.
Oh, Adulam Cave.
Yeah. That's it.
Rodney will plug you. He said that if you want best versions of the true woman,
you have to go to the
Adulam Cave. He knows the Adulam Cave. So please hit it on the comment there. He will link you up the Adulam Cave.
Yeah, bro.
But yeah, man, it's you know, the dynamics have changed, man. Things have changed, man. And but you spoke something that is very powerful there when you are saying, a little girl somewhere, she's being raised by social media and TikTok, and that's how she see her life. You know, she think like that's actually the right thing to do, because we don't have role models anymore. We don't have mothers who gonna teach and who's gonna have this, because she will think like, my mother is boring, my mother is not up to standard, my mother is not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah,
that's that's something else, man.
They're raising themselves as people. Their mothers are not even aware.
And you can't call them to check, man. You can't bring them in check, like, you know, this is what, because I know what I'm doing and stuff like that.
Of course, man. And that's where the demonic influences also comes in. She's starting to becoming, you know, she doesn't even listen anymore. She doesn't even stay home. By 15, she's a grown woman. Have you seen what 15-year-old?
Oh man, I'm self-obsessing. Man, I'm not living in heaven right now, but you know, I know my spirit is in heaven on earth, because I'm sitting with Christ in heavenly places, according to the scriptures. But man, when I'm here on earth right now in my flesh, I see things, man, too, man. Sometimes when you are traveling and all those things, We see, man, you see, this is a 15-year-old or she's not even yet an 18-year-old kid, but it's like you're looking at a 21-year-old kid.
Yeah.
And it's something else, man. And it's bizarre, man.
It's painful. And that's, it's more, we're actually living in the time where God is calling more from leaders. Men who can lead.
Sure.
People who can say, who God can say, can you please go and talk to, Joram,
yes.
1, 2, 3.
Yes.
Just try to make him understand, So we're living in a very bad times where we need to go back to like teaching our families, our relatives, whoever is close to us, have a circle that resolute who you are.
The group.
Yeah.
That speaks your mind. The community.
Speaks your mind.
The community.
Yeah.
Actually, I once spoke about this. But remember, it's in sociology, there is a concept like this in sociology.
Yeah.
It says, but I found it from the Bible first myself. I've seen it from the Bible on how to form a community. First, you have to have an idea. 2, you have to break the bread with the same people that share your idea. Then 3, the community is formed.
Can you repeat that again?
First, you have to have an idea of what you want to build.
Yeah.
2, you have to break bread. All right.
Yeah.
In other words, you have to present your vision, and you eat with people who have this common vision with you. You understand? Get involved in their families and all those things.
Yeah.
And you mingle. And from there, the vision, breaking of bread, and then the community is gonna be born. This is the same hierarchy I spoke about from the podcast that did not go live.
Yeah.
Because of some some reason. When I was saying Jesus had a way of dealing with people in leadership.
Yeah.
First of all, he will withdraw himself from the crowd.
Yeah.
To get the vision, to get what is it that God is wanting to do. And then from there, sometimes you'll find him going with the 3, Peter, James, and John.
True.
And the other times you'll find him sitting with all of them, the 12. So he understood the hierarchy. He said that this one, I'm here alone. Here, I can give these ones because they can be able to arrange this kind of thing. They know how to think in a common way. And then from there, he sits with the 12. And from the 12, that's when now the 12 expanded the community. It's a concept in sociology, actually. You see. So back to the issue of saying, girls are raising themselves and all those kind of things. It's like the robots now have formed a community there in the cloud. You understand? Of social media where they are grouping people. It's like we have become robots now. We are being slaves of some sort.
Wow.
You understand?
Wow.
But breaking that circle now comes to the concept that you are bringing to say, let's gather around people who think like you.
Yeah.
Because that's a powerful dynamic there. Because the more you exchange energy, the more you see better. The more
Yeah. You're speaking one language with them.
Absolutely. And if I'm not seeing something very good, then I'll come to you and say, hey, what do you think? You're gonna give me a different perception. Yeah. But I think with women, I don't know what
It's going back to women. All right, that's interesting. No, finish your question. But no,
I was not asking.
Yeah.
Was I? Maybe I just went on and on. But the thing is, I don't know, man. We are lacking people who can establish
we're lacking fathers.
Yeah, that's a key factor there, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's just bring it that way, man.
Yeah, we need more fathers in this era. We don't need men, we don't need boys, we need fathers.
We need fathers.
Yeah. We need someone who will take off his belt and say, I'll whip you if you don't do that. You need to go and do 1, 2, 3. And you're gonna deliver and you're gonna bring the results. Hey. That's a father.
Yes.
You understand? These kids are having more of their way and they're building corrupt families and they're breaking good hearts. I mean,
it's terrible.
It's terrible what's happening out there. Yeah, I'm not married myself, but I do hear stuff. You're
not living in a cave.
I'm not living in a cave.
I understand.
So you see the stats of people of breakups that's happening nowadays. It's so bad, and we know that it's the same pattern over and over again. Women are jumping into something that they're not really taught or really how can I put it? They don't know what.
Okay, now I hear you. Now I can please let me help you out there.
Okay.
Right? But you will continue, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can a mother raise a boy child to become a man?
To some degree.
In what manner? Please expand.
Love. nurturing his love area. But when it comes to masculinity now, wanting to build a man to say, we're going hunting today, son. You're gonna catch that rabbit. You know, she can't give you that because she's soft. She doesn't want you to get hurt. Because you're doing the hunting, you're running around, you might hurt your leg. She doesn't give you that. She gives you the side of love, where you grow up knowing how to love a woman. But in terms of you becoming tough, a man, that's where the father is really crucial.
Yeah, because most of the thing, some people will agree with me, right? Things begin to change. If one grew up without a father, they will have a big challenge when they start to have a kid.
Interesting.
Yeah, because they never saw it. You know, unless if you were raised by an uncle who was like a father figure to you or a mentor. But if a person was not having that father figure in their lives, it becomes a very huge challenge when they have to be a father.
It does.
You see, because now they know one side of the of love, but they don't know about the other side of tough love. It's called tough love.
Yeah.
You see, say that because I know fathers, a good father brings the best out of his kids.
Yeah.
Brings the best. You see, it's like the power of imbalance. Most of the fathers that are actually, in charge of their homes and everything.
Yeah.
If the child is misbehaving, the mother will just say, "I'm gonna call Papa now." You will see the behavior will you see, and if
quickly, yeah,
absolutely. And if a kid, it's succeeding, and mother is saying, "Yeah," if the father doesn't say, I'm proud of you, son. I don't think it does. It scores in his mind, man.
No,
until the father says, "Yes, this is it."
That's
yeah. So as fathers, fathers have the power to create their own children, man. In some degree.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm.
No, you are. A good father, right?
A good father, like we said, yeah. A good father.
A good father has he has to mold his son to become. He needs to take over from his father, basically.
Sure.
So, yeah, it's very crucial to have a dad, man. Myself, I didn't grow up with one.
Yeah.
My dad was he passed on.
Yeah, sure.
From my early days, primary.
Sorry, man.
It's all right. So, from that point, I wasn't really getting that tough love because I knew my dad was tough on me, and I knew the kind of man I would have been if he was around. But of course, God had other plans, right? So, a lot of things I got to learn on myself. Heartbreaks along the way, mistakes,
foolish decisions,
being too soft, being too nice. I mean, don't be too nice. There's a scripture in the Bible that says, it speaks about the snake and the dove. Don't be as gentle as a dove, but as what?
Be as wise as a serpent,
right?
And be humble like a dove.
Yeah, be a dove, but be a serpent at the same time.
Be smart.
What are the characteristics?
That's a powerful thing right there, man.
Yeah,
that's a very powerful thing.
You need to know when to be a dove and when to be a snake. It's biblical.
But we have Mr. Nice Guys, and Mr. Nice Guy don't see that sometimes love is very important. Eh?
No, man, you're gonna
it's crazy, man.
It's crazy, man. Man should learn to be very, very tough. Tough love is important. Know when to love and know when to stop giving love.
But you're saying something. You said that you quoted a verse right there, right?
Yeah.
Be clever as what?
Be clever as a serpent.
It's a serpent, right?
Yeah.
And be humble like doves. And one of the stories that is fascinating that I'm gonna link to what you're saying, I heard, but I think I must go deep on and research about it.
Yeah.
They say snakes, when they give birth to the eggs, they leave them and they go.
Wow, that's interesting.
So when the snake hatches, welcome to Earth. Go find for yourself. Tough love. Oh. You understand? Let's see if you're gonna survive.
Wow. Yeah. I didn't know that.
You gotta find it out by yourself. You gotta go and figure things out.
Figure things out,
man. Which I mean, theoretically, I'm combining it with the fact that fathers give tough love.
Yeah.
You see, and this thing of Mr. Nice Guy, where you are like, some things, man, you can't change. You can't be. You can't be too soft, man. Sometimes you just have to see things and make. Actually, a man who is respected, it's a man who stand up for what he's standing for.
Yeah.
Not a guy who is agreeable with everything.
He's feared.
Yeah, man. Just be a guy who knows that, okay, this I'm not doing, this one I'm not doing, this one I'm doing, and I can't do this from this point going onwards. And this is my line. And I draw my line. That's it.
People also mistaken the fact that even Jesus was very stubborn with his love.
Mm-hmm.
There were times when he would completely not side with the multitude.
Sure.
Do what he thinks was right.
Sure.
Opposing their truth. That's a man.
No wonder they didn't like that guy.
No.
Because he was...
No, he doesn't agree with... If you're saying something that doesn't... No, you are wrong.
And he will call you that on the spot.
He will call you by name if you have to call you by name. You're being a dog now. You know, you're forgetting your place. That was Jesus. The Jesus that they teach about love. Yes, he was loving, but there were two sides of his love.
There was, you know, the tough one, the tough love.
There was tough love
of obedience,
and there was a love where he understood. He was patient to say, "Oh no, it's Peter. You're gonna deny me 3 times."
Yeah, 3 times. You're gonna deny? Yeah.
Sure. It's good. You can deny me 3 times, but I still love you. That's patient love.
Sure.
But when he's hard, he's hard.
The same Peter was told, "Hey, you devil."
Yeah.
Imagine people sitting down and say, right now flesh and blood did not reveal this thing unto you. And all of a sudden, minutes later,
he's calling you
you devil.
You're a devil.
And the guy didn't say anything.
Yeah.
That seems to be wrong.
Oh, man.
But he was interrupting with the mission. But tough love.
Tough love. No, you understand this, you're going to have an easy life. You won't have too many.
That's why young men should watch this podcast. I think we're gonna talk things that these young men will relate with.
No, absolutely.
If you're a young man and you haven't subscribed to this podcast, you are missing out. If you're a young man, you want to grow, you want to be better, you want to be big in life, and you want to be in charge of your own life.
Yeah.
Watch this podcast, and we're gonna be dismantling things that they're gonna help you. They're gonna help you.
Yeah.
You see, some people like us, like him. We didn't have father figures of some sort, but we realized it. They say fool around and find out. We figure things out.
Yeah.
But that also helped us to be strengthened.
Yeah.
And to be strong and to be powerful.
Yeah.
You understand? And to be able to call the shots, and we know that nobody is coming.
Yeah.
But at least we can stand up right now and we say, let's speak, let's exchange ideas for the young men. And if you're a young man, you want to reach out, we can form a certain level of community, and we can
talk about more about these things.
And especially young men who wants to improve,
Yeah.
Touch on that, please.
Young man has many questions. Men, they don't like to be seen weak and vulnerable.
Sure.
They love to act like they have it all figured out.
Sure.
You know, and a community is a place where you need to have you need to have a circle of few men you can trust.
Mm-hmm.
You can speak to men that can help you to anchor you to the safer place.
Sure.
You know, because as a man, we get so hard on ourselves, man. We put so much pressure on ourselves, and that's not how life was meant to be. If Jesus had people, you see great men in the Bible, they had people.
Yeah. That's powerful, man.
Yeah, they had people.
David had advisors too, man.
David had advisors. You're not
even
men.
Jesus didn't isolate himself.
No, he didn't isolate himself. He would sit down and they would have time where they're joking around and they're talking and they're walking, they're eating. Communion, So we need to build that community for young men and help them to strive in life. Life has so much in abundance for a man who's properly aligned, who's properly taught, properly fed with the right information, given the right resources. That man is ready for. He's ready for.
I think we really need to talk to these young men.
No,
young men, wherever you are, if you're a young man, wherever you are, you gotta know these things. Stop this thing of sobering on yourself and crying alone and thinking someone is coming to save you. Make a plan. Rise up, make a plan. Fight. At least. By that, at least, please, tell them, at least, try by all means to fight, come out of the comfort zone, because your tears ain't gonna save you. The world is very cruel towards men.
That's true.
Because as a man, you are valued by what you have and what you can do.
That's true.
And what you can deliver, not who you are. Only women and children, we accept them for who they are. But if you are a man, it's what you can prove, what you can give, what you can deliver, and what you can show.
Yeah.
Power, status, and who you are in the community. That's what defines you as a man.
Yeah.
So you need to stand up, create your own self. Maybe these young men don't know. You can actually recreate yourself.
Yeah, you can.
Like the thing you're saying, you change your environment, group yourself with people who want to win, people who want to, change status quo,
That's the quickest,
to challenge it.
That's the quickest way to grow.
Sure.
And build yourself around a circle of people that are much better than you.
Thank you, man.
Don't be
I give you five now. Get into a place of people who are better than you.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Make sure you're learning something every time you meet with your community.
Yes. Your fellow bros.
Yeah, your brothers. Make sure there's something that every time you with that person, you've learned something new every single day. That's the quickest way to grow.
If you have a friend, if you have someone you call a friend, someone you call a brother, but every time you go there, you come back a lower person than you went there, that's a wrong brother and that's a wrong friend. Cut off the facts.
Yeah.
But if you sit with someone, you know that you pick something, you become better every day.
Yeah.
You always get challenged when you sit with someone.
Yeah.
That's the right person to stay with. Someone who will not make you feel comfortable. Someone who will always make you not comfortable in your own skin, but for the better.
Yeah.
For the better. You can wrap up. I think we are. Are there some other things that you wanted to?
Nah, I think the rest is just for them to comment. If you like to associate yourself with this community, you're welcome to reach out.
The EA podcast.
Yeah, just leave your numbers on the comment. Or also you can do you have numbers, alternative numbers?
No, I think what we're gonna do, we'll make sure that we pin the link there where you can reach out, or maybe we can try. Yeah, we'll figure something out.
Yeah.
You just have to check on the link and then you just join the community. We talk as young men, and yeah, we're gonna exchange ideas. I know there are some young men who also want to be better and to ask questions and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But they're just in the wrong environment.
That's true, yeah.
We help each other, we grow, because divided we what? We fall.
Yeah.
Together
we conquer.
God bless everybody. This is Rodney. This is Julian.
Amen.
EA Podcast.
See you next time.
See you next time.